What's up with it?
What's up, man? How you?
Spread love, blessings. What's up, King? Love y'all. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all.
You likewise, man. Thanks for coming, man. I know.
We love you.
Damn, man. Bro, I don't even know what to say to you. Like, real talk.
First of all,
I don't know what to say
for
to
those
you. Like,
who just tuned in, we have Mike D'Angelo in the building, and let me just paint the picture for you guys of what we see right now. First of all, when he came in Hustle Firm Studios, he limped in. He's by himself. First of all, he has 3 photos. Limped in with a knee brace on his right knee, with a book bag and 2 flags with Micaiah on them, and a t-shirt. A dingy t-shirt with signatures of people who signed on his journey from Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia. He's still in the same clothes from when he started his journey, the same shoes, the same socks, and this is just such a image that I it's really unexplainable. If you guys aren't tuning in, you better tell somebody to tune in, because this is a man of such courage. And I almost cried. I just went out there to hug him, and I was tearing up, and he was like, "Joy, you better not do it." I was like, "Yeah, I think I am," because I just cannot fathom the fact that he just walked. So let's start off, Mike D'Angelo. Why did you do this walk?
I'll be lying to you if I told you it was planned or anything like that. I've been on an emotional roller coaster for a while. So many murders, so many deaths, so many wrongdoings of our own people for so long in my city. I've been campaigning for so long, and eventually it took the life of a beautiful niece of mine, my sister's daughter, my sister Darnetta's daughter, Micaiah Wilson. She was brutally murdered, shot in the back, Clay Terrace, left there to die. Dreams was cut short. Hurt, angry, frustrated about so many different things, and it struck right on the door. I feel this way if it was anybody's child. I always pull my heart out and try to pull my resources and put them in the right place to help people through their grieving moment and try to make sure they got money for their funerals, etc., etc. This one was very hard because I couldn't believe I was doing these events, and just had to process that in my mind through my anger. So one thing that my grandmother always told me, she said, when you're mad and your emotions get the best of you, before you act off emotion, walk till you just can't walk no more. Walk away, walk in the opposite direction. And that's what I did. I walked from where my niece was murdered to where my brother was murdered just recently in Philadelphia, Lil Jig. As you can see, I'm on the painting with Micaiah, painted all these paintings are painted by Demont Pender Picasso. Yeah. So that's why I walked. I just walked away from the city. I just walked away from what could have been a bad turnout off my emotions. Straight up.
So during this walk, were you by yourself?
Nah. I put it together and I just said I'm just gonna walk, and I put a flyer together just to keep the people that support me like y'all, let y'all know what I was doing, because I planned on just falling off the map. And I don't know if a lot of people probably saw that post on my gram where I was frustrated and I said, hey, I'm about to just
leave,
move away. You know what I'm saying? With just so many things that was happening at the same time. But right before I started walking, I had to meet the news stations in Clay Terrace, and my a good brother of mine, Chink, said that I can't let you do that by yourself. So he jumped in, and got to it.
I'm really trying not to cry right now. So the walk from Washington, D.C., where your niece Micaiah passed away, and to Philadelphia, to where, what was the young man's name?
Lord Jig.
Yeah. He got killed as well.
Shot twice in the head, left for dead, money still in his pocket.
Jesus.
Left him there. 12 o'clock in the morning. Left him there.
So, how was this journey? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your hike. Yeah, because it's a 2-hour drive for us, but walking, how long did this walk take?
3-hour drive.
Philly is about like a good 2-hour drive, depending on when you leave. Two and a half if you hit traffic, but depending on the driver, you're gonna get there before 2 hours. Touching Philadelphia. Walking, it was approximately over 140 miles, just about 140, 46 miles. That's if I was to walk 95. You feel me? Unfortunately, I was, stopped by the police a few times, and they took me off my route, and we had to walk all the way around to get on Pulaski Highway. We had to cut through some of the most dangerous neighborhoods at the most, compromising times just to get to the finish line. I had to go through those things, but it stretched the walk in some places. An extra 3 hours here, an extra 2 hours there, an extra 4 hours on the last stretch. You feel me? So it added another day, and I got there. I left. I had the conference in Clay Terrace about 10:30 in the morning. We started walking about like 12. Yeah, and from then on, I just been walking. Made 2 pit stops the whole time. Stopped at a McDonald's, 24-hour McDonald's. That's when I just started feeling the wear and tear on the bottom of my feet, the blisters and stuff like that. And then from there, we thugged it out, got back to it. Kind of got a good breeze from the rain and stuff, so I was appreciating the rain at a point in time, which we don't appreciate a lot. And then once we got to Delaware, they wasn't about to let us walk that bridge, so that stretched out things for about like another 4 hours.
What you mean that they would?
Police it was too dangerous.
Really?
They wouldn't let us. You have to have a police escort. And then certain people see a black man on a highway walking with a flag in his hand. Sparks the interest of being nosy. Police get called. Police say, "Hey, what you doing?" One thing I can honestly say, every police officer that I encountered, once they looked me in my eyes and knew where I was coming from and knew why I was going where I was going, they say, "Okay, but let me at least put you on a safer route." I met a beautiful queen, a beautiful lady named Amy Jones. Pulled her car over. We don't share the same skin color. You got a black man that she don't know walking up the street, tattoos on his face on the highway. You feel what I'm saying? You see my description fits the description of what they put out there to the public and to the media of terrorizing and being a menace to society. And her energy was so beautiful. You feel me? And let me get y'all to a safer route. You feel me? And the people that I met on the way of this journey has just been a blessing. I made sure everybody who I touched or encountered signed my shirt, touched me. I didn't want to change my clothes. I didn't want to do nothing. This is just a piece of what my ancestors went through. Now I could honestly look at them in a different light versus not just look at them, but I feel them in a different light. You feel me? Because Harriet Tubman had these type of resources to have a cell phone and stuff like that when she was traveling through the Underground Railroad with no shoes on, with a shotgun, trying to lead people to the promised land. So who am I to complain about the wear and tear on my body? It's going to heal up because that's how the human body is. You feel what I'm saying? It does that itself, but mentally, I kind of sharpen my sword a little bit. You feel me? It's like some of the things that we grind for, we try to obtain. We go so many different wrong ways about it. If you got a huge platform and you seeing these babies getting killed in our city, and you got a huge platform, you should be outraged. I'm disgusted about the people that I'm amongst in my city right now. How did you not walk with me? How did you not show up to Clay Terrace? How? I don't want to outlive my kid. Feel me? I don't want to outlive nobody's kid. I just want to make sure the world that I'm trying to leave behind, that my son and other kids got to live in, is a more friendlier, peaceful world. We might not know. What if we never knew each other, but we met each other briefly, and you got a child and I got a child, and they end up going to the same school, and they end up beefing. They end up not liking each other, and they one end up killing, then another one loses their freedom. It's our fault, for real. We should have been more. We should have communicated more and spread love. We should have put love amongst each other that would have ricocheted off them, and it would have been in their hearts, and they would have had the love for each other. That's no different than when you start talking to somebody and they got a child and you got a child, and then y'all become closer, and then y'all start hanging with each other. Them two kids grow a bond so close, like they always known each other. It's the energy that we give off. We can't keep turning our cheek and looking the other way when these issues are affecting these babies, man. These kids, man. What we gonna have? What they gonna have for tomorrow?
So what's the plan? Because the walk is the first step, right?
Yeah.
The walk is to send a message that you're serious about this. Because anybody who's willing, that's selfless, to take a walk from Washington D.C. to a whole nother state. Because how many states you cross? 1, 2?
You go through D.C. to Baltimore, Delaware, Philadelphia.
Okay, so you did what? That was Maryland,
So D.C., Maryland.
So like 3 3 main areas.
Three to 4, depending on how you count it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a tri-state area to me, so I don't really count certain places, because
Right.
even when I was walking, like one minute I'm in one county, then the next second I'm in another county, but it was still Maryland. It was just deeper parts of Maryland.
Okay.
Deeper parts of Maryland.
So, and my question is, anybody who's willing and that's selfless, first of all, to take a walk from DC to Philly, what direction are you? What's the next step? Because this is just step one.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a highlight. Like, I feel like this is just the beginning for you, because you really are on a mission to change the whole trajectory of the youth. It's the babies that are dying. And I think that's what's hurting the most. Not to say if anybody older was to pass away, but it's careless. Like, people are just really being driven by like these demonic spirits of hate. So what's next after this walk?
I can only speak from my perspective and how I'm responding to what the man upstairs got me doing. You feel me? So what I can hope for is that people take it serious. I take it serious when a person, I don't care where you at in the world, when a person say this my block, I look at it different. Do you own anything there?
Right.
Are you willing to protect it? Are you willing to protect the babies? Are you willing to protect the mothers? Are you willing to better educate the people around you? What you mean is your block. What you mean is your hood. How much blood gotta get spilled? You feel me? How much liquor gotta get poured out? You feel me? How many police officers that we gonna keep highlighting that's doing wrong, that makes it harder for the police that's actually doing good? There's so much wrong. We just need love. So I hope through my sacrifices and through my efforts, it might spark the thought of change, or put somebody in a perspective before they go do something. They say, hold up, you know what? It's a whole big world out here. Let me turn around and just walk. Let me go away. Go to Miami, man. Go to the mall somewhere. Go. Just go.
Take a walk.
Go the opposite way and see if you feel that same way. You know what I'm saying? The evil of the world is always going to be amongst us, but we can't jump the gun. We can't just jump the gun. We can't jump to a gun, man, because at the end of the day, these are kids that ain't signed up for the streets, man. I've been in there. I've been 10 toes down in the streets, and I know what comes with it. You have to make an oath and sign a certificate, a contract, an invincible contract. Certain things gonna come with it: the lies, deceit, diseases, snakes, rats, all this. If you a street dude, if you say that you're in the streets, you're a shooter, you're a hitter, you're a drug dealer, whatever the case may be, you don't need to be on Instagram or anything complaining about rats and all that. This is what come with it. You feel me? This is what come with it. Don't nobody want to go to jail. Don't nobody want to go to jail. But a lot of people that pick up them guns, you feel me, Prezi and Joy? A lot of people pick up them guns with that 40 and 30. They say, I got a 40 with a 30. They ain't even willing to do a day in jail. The number's not adding up. You feel me? Stand on it then. Stand on it then. If that's what you sign up for. But do a walkthrough. If your hood beefing with somebody and it's green light time, it's go time, and that's what it is, you tell everybody in your neighborhood, you protect the babies, man. You tell them, listen, y'all don't come outside, y'all stay in, don't come out, don't do none of that right now. It's not safe to be out here. You feel what I'm saying? I apologize to them kids for putting it like this because they don't got no playgrounds. Look what we doing here. We building recreations in our cities and putting things in there that kids still gotta have certain things to even use these recreation centers. Not feel love, not feel sheltered, not have, everybody don't know how to play football. Everybody don't know how to play basketball. Everybody don't know how to do music. We just need to that's why I wore the New Balances. This symbolizes my city, my people, but I want to bring a new balance to the world. We so crooked right now. We too comfortable right now. We too comfortable at just keep scrolling. We too comfortable at just turning our heads and look the other way. If Mike D'Angelo had millions and millions of followers, you feel me? I feel like I can make a bigger impact as far as getting the message out. But I sit there and look at some of the people from my city that's blessed to have a platform to reach out to people that wish to be in a position, and they ain't say not a word about none of these murders. They ain't stopped what they was doing and say, you know what, this is my city, I rap about it, I'm making millions of dollars about rapping about this city, and you ain't trying to come back to your city and step in these neighborhoods, but you're glorified when you come here and you do your concerts. You feel me? That ain't gangster, that ain't real. You feel me? And by any means, you black and you taking care of your family and you able to live your dream. But what happens when your dream becomes so routinic that you lose that desire and that passion, so you move on to something else, and that next person want to come up? You didn't leave them no resources. You didn't leave them no structured plan. You didn't give these kids something so legendary, so imperative, that even if they wake up and say, you know what, I want to be a lawyer, where these trust funds at? Where is the educators that's willing to get up in these communities and stop and talk to these kids for 30 minutes, man? 30 minutes and enlighten them on where the world is today, because what they teaching the kids in school is what they was teaching my mother. You feel what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. We got to update. We need a new balance. We need a new feel. You feel me? I got the blood of my ancestors running in my veins, and I realized that. You feel what I'm saying? My beautiful black skin covers all that. You feel me? So they have to see that. They have to feel that. These names, this shirt, this dirt, this smell. You feel me? This is uncomfortable to me, but I'm proud of it. Because I said something, I stood for it, I got there, and this is not it. I'm literally about to fly out to go to Oakland. I'm walking the San Francisco Bridge into Oakland, all the way to the train station where the young lady, Nia Wilson, got her throat slit. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going overseas. I'm going to Iraq. I'm walking these dangerous places. I plan on being in the heart of these problems with these issues to stand and make people uncomfortable. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what concerts you're throwing. I don't care what. It don't matter. I come to spread love. I come to spread peace. It was a couple of cold-blooded killers that I ran into. And they was looking at me. And they say, what's up with it? Man, Mike D'Angelo, spread love and blessings, man. Give me a hug. If ain't nobody tell you they love you, I love you. And it was all love. And people like, what you walking from DC all that? You feel what I'm saying? People got inspired about that you can look around them, they don't have nothing. Think it's a game, y'all better start appreciating what's here in DC. Cause you go to some of these communities, some of these hoods, man, they got abandoned homes, abandoned hearts, abandoned families. abandoned jobs. They have nothing, so all they gotta do is survive. So if you're not praying for the weak, then they start praying on the weak, and then eventually we evaporate. They take over the properties. They get the property. They own our block. And then where we at, they give us vouchers and say, well, y'all go over there.
Trick us.
You feel me? We can't blame them because everybody talking about the white man and all this. Man, I know some beautiful people that don't share my skin color, and they straight brutally honest. Y'all got to get it right. And I go right back to them. Y'all got to get it right too. We all fucked up. We all fucked up. One thing that unites us all is love. We all should be filled with so much love that we so full off of it, we have no choice but to share it. That people become immune to love. I done walked to certain women that was older than me, that could have been my mother, my aunt. I say, spread love, queen. Beautiful black queen, have a blessed one. And they look at you and they think that you're trying to holler at them. Damn, that's what it really got to? That you can't be complimented and have your spirit raised on your way to work and not want to, you feel what I'm saying? Feel like you can't just throw a thank you back. But then I had some people that were white, some people that were Asian, some people that innate. Thank you. Give me a hug. What you doing? What's all this? Asking questions. And it made me think, it's us. It's us, bro. It's us, man. It's us. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm just pro-black. I'm not none of that, man. I'm just this is my way of history class. This is my way of defining who I am at this point in my life and trying to share it with the people, you feel me? Straight up.
Culture links. Culture links. Hello?
So what's as your journey, what was going through your mind this whole entire walk?
Man.
Other than like the finish line, because we already know you had the end goal of the finish line. Like, what are you thinking while you're walking? Did you ever think like, Lord, because obviously this was appointed by a higher being, because you was like, it wasn't planned, I'm just gonna get up. Like, God dropped that in your spirit and you was just like, all right, you was obedient. At this point, you were being obedient. So did you ever like question, like, why me, God? Why did you give me this task?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I never planned it. I never done this before. So I'm like, when I made the commitment and I put it on my page that that's what I was doing, I feel good. But then like once it started settling in, it's like, what am I thinking? Am I really about to walk from DC to Philadelphia? Hold up, let me educate myself on, you know? And then I looked in the GPS. I looked in the GPS and it was like, it said like walking 46 hours or something like that, close to 2 days. So I'm like, all right, cool, 2 days. Like 2 days, ain't, you know, I can kind of pace myself, you know. I'm trying to hype myself up.
Because you seeing this on paper, you like, I
so,
can do this, I can do this.
Man,
Was there any fear?
Man, listen. When I got to walking, and we got on New York Avenue, and them cars and them tractor-trailer trucks almost hit me, man. I said, oh no, I'm about to make a U-turn. And I turned around and I was about to, and then I thought about it. I said, nah, it's somebody right now that's expecting me
To turn around.
Now it means something. Now it means something. Now I get it. I had to get uncomfortable. Learning my city, learning different cities, is a beautiful thing. You feel me? My body went through so many different changes that I was like, man, there's no possible way I'm gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying to my mentor. It's like, there's no possible way that I'm gonna be able to do this at the pace that the GPS saying. So then I already programmed in my mind, oh yeah, this gonna be a marathon. This gonna be a situation. You feel me? And then once I just got in that motion, I had that willpower, and I got to talking to the people, and I saw people that probably would have never said a word to me. They was talking about the issue. I don't need $1. I don't keep $1 from none of this, for my for my shows or none of that. Fundraisers. This ain't about Mike D'Angelo. This ain't for Mike D'Angelo to be looked upon as, oh, he's the guy, he's the hero. Nah, man, we need to be the hero and say we need to be the heroes to these kids, man. Everything for Ma'Khia Wilson was brutally murdered. These are names of children that I had to deal with and help bury them. Ma'Khia Wilson, Steven Slaughter hit by a straight bullet. Jasmine Light hit by a straight bullet. You feel me? Stormaya was found dead in her school. Young Queen found dead in her school. You feel me? The list goes on. Greg McBride, I got him right here. His mother, you know, Miss Chica, hit by a straight bullet. You feel me? She had to come home to her son on the ground fighting for his life. You feel what I'm saying? Amir Brooks, killed by an off-duty police officer. You feel what I'm saying? The list goes on. Kenyatta Stanley hit by a straight bullet. I used to show her how to make beats and teach her music. I was like a big brother, a hero to her. She always would tell me that I look up to you, Mike. The next thing you know, I'm out of town. She gets shot in the head, dead in the same neighborhood that I come from. You feel me? So these are issues that we got to do something, man. We got to do something now about it. You feel me? And I'm starting my new page. I'm starting a new page. Walk with Mike D. And I'm gonna just travel the country for right now and just walk. I'm gonna walk and talk and learn some things, give some things, and stand for what I stand on. You feel what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know, it kind of bridges the gap between so many different things that's segregated because we keep each other segregated. You feel me? We can get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Like I said, this is not for me to try to get fame or none of that. You know, what comes with it is exposure, because when people do things that in a negative, you know, evil, you know, platform, it's because they trying to do it in a discreet manner. They feel they can get away from it. Let's shed light on these issues and make people uncomfortable, because if the cops was right there or just people was policing their neighborhood, ain't no car gonna put up like that and not double think about what's gonna immediately come back with it.
Chase, yeah.
You feel me? They not gonna do that. You feel me? Like, you see that dollar on the ground. You feel me? What's the first thing people do? Look around first. If it's a crowd of people, they look at it. Let me keep on moving. You feel me? But it's always gonna be that one person that think, in the midst of with everybody looking, let me try to get this dollar. My mindset is, if everybody looking, I'm gonna pick up that dollar, but I'm gonna open my mouth and say, yo, somebody dropped their dollar. If this belongs to anybody need it, this belong to anybody, it's up to you to lie to me and say it's yours. That's your guilt, that's your karma. We gotta strengthen our sword and just, you know, this gonna come back to haunt us every time. Every time we keep looking away for it, they gonna pay. The kids gonna pay. The youth, the king's gonna die, the queen's gonna die. You feel me saying? Here goes another homicide. You feel me?
You keep mentioning that you've mentioned twice that you've sharpened your sword during this journey. How so? Was it just like the thinking process, or just like because you set a goal and you completed it?
Nah, it was certain things that I thought was a certain way that really wasn't it. You feel me? Like, doing the walk, I met people that didn't have a third of what we have here, but we're happier. You feel me? They were happier. Prayers, you come from the slums. Like, you can tell the ghetto here and the ghetto there.
Ain't no ghetto here, bro.
It's way
Bro,
different.
This is paradise.
This right here, like when I travel to these places and then I come back to my city, it's like, man, you feel me? People come here to retire here.
Mm-hmm.
People come here to build businesses and stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as families. They come here with their family. You feel me? So the people that's born here, man, yeah, of course we have poverty-stricken conditions.
Yeah,
but we so small that we can come together and build something that we can all become young black entrepreneurs and build things for each other to thrive off, eat off. You feel me? Make sure everybody got a plate. Make sure everybody eating good. Make sure everybody fed good. Everybody got shelter. Everybody got exposure. We got to stop hating on each other, trying to, okay, well, this person song might sound better than mine or whatever. I can't post them because they might like, come on, man, cut it out, man.
Yeah.
If you vibe with it, if it makes you feel a certain way, vibe with it. If it don't, you're not entitled to. But don't sit there and follow a person, unfollow them, and them to follow them back. I just can't stand how we move and how we function. If it's 10 o'clock at night outside and you see kids out there running, playing tag and all that on a school night, ain't nobody gonna tell them, hey, what the fuck y'all doing out here? Fucking house.
That's how I was raised. It's
We
different.
used to hear that from the window, Prezi. Remember that yell? Hey, you see the street lights on? Get your ass up in the house. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm coming out there with the belt. I'm gonna beat your ass in front of everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like your mother or your father, 9 times out of 10 was coming up to your school, your class. If the teacher called and you sitting in there and you crying because you know she coming up there with
whoop
that
your
belt
ass through
in
that
front of
little window.
everybody.
See your face, yes.
But guess what that did?
Yes.
It was a smack in the face to our ancestors. They got beat with whips and chains and belts repeatedly. And that's what we use. That's what we use to get our message across. Straight up.
Coach Links.
Hey, what's up? This Take the Champ.
What's up,
What's
my-
up? What's up?
What's up, my
What's up,
brother?
man? Thanks for calling.
Ain't nothing, bro. What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Feeling great, man. How you feeling?
I'm blessed. My bag hurt. I'm stores. I don't know what from walking to Philly.
Oh, hey, man. Salute, man. Love, man.
So Chink,
Alright, thank you.
you were side by you walked alongside with Mike D'Angelo, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what was your thought process through this whole thing? Just a quick version, if you will.
It all started from when I seen Mike posted he posted on his page about him walking to Philly. That's my brother, so I'm like, man, I guess I'm walking to Philly. I call him like, bro, I'm walking to Philly with you, bro.
Dang.
And I mean, I was just there for basically just support, like, and nothing else. Like, that's my brother. At the end of the day, like, whether he do it right or wrong, I'm with him. So, walk through Philly, I want to be an extra mental push for him. Let's make it. You know.
At any point, was you like, yo, Mike D, you out your damn mind?
I mean, as soon as I seen the post, I thought that. As soon as I seen the post, I was like, man, excuse my language, Mike tripping. Tripping, bro. That's 140 miles away. Like, you want to do it on foot? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a car. We can just take this joint, fool. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it was a good experience, though, all in all. Like, you know, I feel good about it. I never thought that I would be able to reach as many people, like actually touch as many people's heart. So that's like really good, especially on something positive. Like, we could have been doing anything.
Right.
For those 3 days, we could have did anything. Like, could have did anything. Bro, I salute, bro. I respect Mike, like, with the utmost respect. Because he could have easily went a negative route and took his anger out negatively.
Facts.
But instead, he walked for a cause, and we walked for a cause. He started it, you know. But at the end of the day, it was good. I got kids coming on my live, telling me how much they admire me and Mike, how much we inspire them now. Like a girl, I tagged a girl on one of my story posts on Instagram, and she reposted and said she feels famous now. Like, that's amazing.
Right. Oh man, I don't know what to say. Do me a favor, tell the people where they can find you at.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Chink _ the champ. CHINK _ DACHAMP.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, Tink. Get some rest and soak your body in Epsom salt.
Epsom salt?
Yeah.
I still haven't been asleep yet, for real. Like,
Epsom salt will do your body very good. So get you some rest. We thank you so much from the Culture Link Show on Hustle From Radio for being by our brother's side during this journey. And you will be blessed. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing your experience with us.
all right, thank y'all so much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, love you, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Stay 10 toes down. Catch you on the next
All right.
All right, Mike D.
Yeah.
What's next? When you doing your next trip, your next walk?
I'm gonna be leaving. My birthday is August the 8th. So I don't know, man. I had some things that I wanted to do for my birthday. I'm not even in a birthday mood.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Right now, I don't really know. I know right now. I know I'm about to go to catch a flight to San Fran and just walk through. I'm gonna walk the whole San Francisco Bay Bridge going into the Bay and get to where Nia Wilson was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Spread my message, spread his message, and keep my energy free. Stay away from people that do it for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get to a point where whatever it is that I need to get out, whatever message that he got into me, it just need to be released into the world now. Music I'ma always do. I love creating. I create endlessly. You feel me? My music creates the soundtrack to my life, so I still be creating music and releasing music and putting that. But for right now, man, I gotta protect. I want my city back. I want ownership. I want real estate. I want properties. I want ownership. I'm taking ownership of everything that's happening in my city. I want to help out so many more artists. I'm gonna put these situations together, and when people decide to step up and share their voice and share their views, that's on them. But if you're not with what I'm on, don't come around me.
Facts.
I'm not the one. I'm gonna tell you it like I'm like zero tolerance. I'm not happy right now with the world. That's why I say I walk for world peace. I walk for justice, freedom. I walk for Micaiah. I walk for all these lost kids. I walk for so many equal rights, whether you gay, straight, whatever. We all the same. We breathe the same air. We live under the same roof. So, if you're not on just cleansing yourself and putting positivity back into it, and setting up a better tomorrow, then I ain't the guy that you want to be around. I ain't even the guy that you want to talk to or align yourself with. Because if you come around me sideways with any type of negative energy, you gonna feel so uncomfortable with all the love I'm gonna throw back at you. Straight up, just stay away from me.
Facts.
Straight up.
Thank you so much, Mike, for coming. I'm honored to even be in your presence just straight off of this walk. So keep doing what you're doing. I feel like your message will be heard. This is just the beginning. And I feel like this is a task that was definitely given to you by God for you to do.
Yeah.
And so
He tested you.
the fact that you're being obedient to his request, you will be blessed. Like it's just
I feel like I've already been blessed, man. That strength, he gave me the strength. So I got now it gets more
He just
it gets
using you.
more. And now it's
He-
like
he
I
using
know I
you.
can do it now.
Yeah,
So now
yeah.
it's like I got that confidence. You know how you develop
Yeah.
that confidence?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got that confidence now. Like, oh, ain't no way in this
prof-
world. All I
profit.
did was, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like,
Should have got right that you're right.
yeah,
You should got right to right. He's a prophet.
yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like now I gotta put myself in a position to just pinpoint and strategically go. Don't overthink it. Just if I
Move.
see it,
You gotta
just
move.
go.
Yeah,
Just
move.
go. I'm confident that I can move.
Yeah.
I can swim amongst sharks. I feel like I won't drown in a pool full of piranhas now. You feel what I'm saying? I can walk through the jungle and not worry about nobody trying to prey on me because I'm praying for them. You feel what I'm saying? So I also want to special shout out and thanks to people like Wallow 267. He met me at the finish line. A bunch of beautiful other people. 215 Real Exposure, Chalk. All the beautiful people that was out there, from the media to Demont Pender. He said, bro, I can't let you do that alone. I can't let you do that alone. I'm hopping on the bus. I'm hopping on the train right now. This is about 1 o'clock. Hurry up, sped down there, got on the train, caught an Uber over there, and got there just a little bit after me. The African American Museum in Philly is right across, like literally, this is the African American Museum. Directly across from it is the Feds. They was banging on the windows, the inmates. They was cheering. You feel me? It's a lot that I ain't put out there yet that happened with this because I feel like that ain't.
You captured footage?
Yeah. I got captured footage and stuff like that. And I'm gonna share it with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you see what's going on.
Okay.
But for the most part, man, protect your air. Love one another. Spread love.
Yes.
Give each other a chance. I want to spread love challenge, or just a share love challenge. What I'm putting together right now, and I'm gonna drop the flyer on it and stuff like that. I want to conduct the biggest game, a tag. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting marker points across the country to where people have to make it to that point, to a stranger that they don't know, to touch that person, show love, and then this person has to get to that next person with a message.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? I got the names of homeless people. I got the sweat, the blood, the funk, the smell of broken-hearted kids and mothers and all types of stuff on this. So I plan on starting a memorabilia museum with all this stuff where people can come through and always see it and touch it and see this stuff and see these beautiful kings and queens. You feel what I'm saying? And have information and see photos from this interview and stuff like that, and understand how significant this interview was.
Mm-hmm.
Not just saying, hey, he got a spotlight on him.
Yeah.
Let's really listen to Hustle Firm now. Let's really listen how the topics that you touch on is so not like a lot of different places, and what that's going to do is going to make them step up their game. We got to make that the new cool.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So if we ain't always trying to up our game and want the best for the next person, then we ain't doing nothing at all. So I plan on, just going to go see the world, get uncomfortable, going to places that I never thought. I want to go to farms. I want to work as a farmer for a day or two, just to put in that labor to see how to resource with having nothing. You feel what I'm saying? How to still eat, these are things that I'm about to, journey that I'm embarked on. And they don't even tell me to take nobody. The man upstairs telling me to go. That's just you. That's just you. But what I will do, I will share my resources. I will share the messages that I learned along the way. And if people tune in, they do. People don't tune in, I hope it's somebody that do tune in that makes them, hopefully get them to tune into some good knowledge, man. Rest in peace to Micaiah Wilson.
Yeah, rest in peace to Micaiah.
Y'all gotta pray for
Her family.
for her family, for the mother. Her name is Donetta. That's my sister. She owns a piece of my heart. She owns it. She owns my soul. So there's nothing I'm not willing to do to at least try to put a smile on her face. I'm willing to go to war about that. You feel me? I don't need, let me get this straight too. I don't need $1. Don't give me no money. I don't need you to do anything for me. If you want to donate, 202-375-8838. That's my sister's Cash App. She's in a real dark, dangerous situation where they did her so wrong. She worked so hard every day, Prayers and Joy. Her main goal was I got to get my babies out of here. I got to get out of here. She done went to meetings. She done done everything that she was supposed to do, and they kept turning the cheek on. They kept turning. They did her wrong. They fucked her over so many times. And when they decided to get it right, is when the streets got it wrong and took her daughter. Now they want to move her out. Now people want to come around and care. You feel what I'm saying? It's not fair. You feel me? So I'm not here to say, oh, this is about Mike D. This is not about me. I'm just going to be that. I'm going to be the strength in places where she can't be. And I'm going to make sure my niece's name and legacy never die. I'm going to make sure of that. I'm going to make sure none of these kids get forgotten about. If they do it for the war veterans, if we can still hear about Timothy McVeigh, Charles Manson, and all that stuff, when they did heinous murders, dangerous, gut-wrenching crimes, why can't we remember why can't we remember history about these kids? Why can't we have a museum about this 10-year-old girl that was murdered? So we need information from these parents. We need bios. We need pictures. I need all that so I can share them with the world. So I can put them up and they'll never be forgotten. And another child might get inspired by that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You never know. So that's what I'm on right now. I just want to put something here that'll last forever, that these kids can have fun, go to, and stuff like that. I don't care how much money I got to save up. I don't care how I got to do it. I don't care if I got to wear it. You feel what I'm saying? 202-375-8838. You know, you want to help in any way, form, or fashion, you know, go talk to her. Send her a message. Let her know that you're there. I don't care what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It don't gotta be money. It could just be the prayer. Pray and let it be genuine. You feel what I'm saying? Let it be genuine. Let it really mean something. Let us feel it, because right now, like she whew, you imagine like your daughter, your youngest daughter, being snatched away from you, and she gets shot and she's screaming, "It burn, it burn, it burn," running for her life. You feel me? Body all cold in that casket, man. That I can't even get that out of my head. And I already got insomnia. You feel me? I thought about that the whole time. You feel me? That shit ain't cool, man. Nobody should have to go through that. They supposed to be able to live their dream, make the mistakes. There ain't no prom. She can't go to prom. She can't have her crush. You feel me? She can't make a mistake. She can't get her heart broken and understand, you know, so many things that a woman could develop into. She had the power. She could have been so many things. Women are so strong. They give life. They can hold life and give it to the world. So ain't no telling what she could have created.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And we strip that away. We take all that away from each other. So this ain't just our family loss. This ours. It's
right.
Everybody's lost. We lost. We losing. We losing, man. We losing.
Yeah.
We losing, man.
Dang.
We losing.
I'm out of words. I don't know what to say.
Thank you so much, Mike D. Mike D'Angelo, thank you.
Yep.
We about to get out of here.